Alright guys, welcome back. The dip's still going on. We're going to talk about it. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. We've been covering it like an absolute beast. Let's continue to get into this. So I told you guys what we needed to see happen for the correction to be over. It didn't happen. Obviously, we're still correcting. Let's go to the start on the 4-hour. And then we'll work our way out. Again, we're in that red territory on the weekly. We still have, quite a few days until weekly candlestick closes. So we did get above this level right here. We did close above this level. It looked good. And then we fell right back into this channel right here. We could definitely continue to consolidate before, moving higher. If we move lower and we break lower out of here, out of this point 0.618 level, that's going to be substantially bad in the chart on the 4-hour, in the chart on the daily. Like I said, we got to take it frame by time frame. So I said to negate this idea of a downtrend, we have to break this level right here and hold above it on the 4-hour. We didn't get that, so we did get this strong push. We did have a little bit of consolidation, and then the bulls just weren't strong enough. And this is kind of like a morning star pattern. It's not entirely. And then you have this doji, because people are like, are we bullish? Are we not bullish? And then just small consolidation to the downside. Again, I'm looking at this area right here, and in the short term, it's not going to be good. If we do breach this level, we could definitely be heading down shorter in the short term. So let's see. This is one of my favorite. This is on Binance. So if you guys like this chart, just tell me Binance. And then what's crazy is this level actually interacts perfectly with this level. And so yeah, it's going to be further downside if we do break this critical level right here. This Fibonacci, this 7.786 level lines up perfectly with this 618 level on the top right here. So this is a critical area for both, on the micro charts. So what we could definitely see happen for the bullish case, at least in the relative short term, is if the price action was to come up here, tap this area right here, find support, and then continue to move up. The other thing that we're looking at is an idea that we don't want to see playing out. If you're on the bullish side, is you do have this head and shoulders idea. It's not like entirely. You do want this shoulder to be a little more exacerbated. This shoulder's looking decent, but it would be that head and shoulders type idea with the neckline being approximately right here. Again, at that level. So this is absolutely critical with a lot of support, and then I would imagine some resistance. Maybe not. So no resistance on it, but there's definitely is a lot of support at that level. So yeah, all eyes on this level right here. And you guys know how we do stuff on this channel. We're going to do one right here. So this is going to be a horizontal, and it's going to be right here, and then we're going to make it fat because it's significant. All right, so yeah, crucial level right there on the 4-hour on Bitcoin. Let's take a look at some other charts, zoom out a little bit, get some more perspectives. You know how we do it on the channel. So that's Bybit. We're going over to Coinbase. Hit our level, our target exactly. Just to buy out. I think it hit this level. I don't know. But let's take a look at what we're looking at. Yeah, it looks like it hit this level, found support, hit this level. It looks like it's trying to struggle to find support, and then we'll see what happens. But it looks like this major Fibonacci area right here, it's finding resistance. So it looks like it's a struggle right now. It's consolidating in between these levels, and we want to see, is this support right here going to hold? If not, we're going to come down here. This support should hold. If not, if we break through this area, this would be the next area that we're looking at. So it's just kind of right now consolidating in between this resistance and this support right here. Let's see. So that was Coinbase. Let's go over Bybit. Nice. So it looks like we found support right here, bounced, wicked it, and continued higher. We got this double top formation. Looks like the neckline was right here. Broke down to the measured move, and it looks like it's recovering off of this measured move right here. So you see clearly you got this double top. Clearly, you know, when you take this to this measurement right here, which would be the measured move, you measure it from the neckline, which is right here. And let's just do that real quick. And it looks like it hit the measured move, closed a bearish candlestick, insigniated a smaller, slightly smaller move, and it looks like it's finally finding support and bouncing off of that area signified by this wick. Let's see. Just got that. Got that. So yeah, I mean, it hits this area, you get this massive wick down, and that insigniates price action just to move down a little bit more before it looks like we could possibly be reversing out of there. The other thing you have to think about is, you know, you have this double top right here. So let's just draw that really quick. It's paintbrush. So this is on the 15-minute. This is BTC USD comparative. So this is one top. This is two tops. You guys know my candlestick stuff always looks like crap. My paintbrush. This right here is the neckline. Get a measured move from the neckline. And we're looking at this target right here. Didn't exactly hit it. Could be consolidating, hitting this area as resistance before moving down further. Finishing this move. This is also a critical level right here. And then we'll see how the price action interacts after this measured move. Again, this is a key critical level. It looks like it just hit this area and found resistance and is moving down off this critical area. And you kind of get this, you know, resistance, come up, support, and it looks like it just broke support, and now it's resistance again. So this is definitely a key fundamental area to be looking at. And let's see. That's going to be the measured move. It's not as significant as a lot of these other lines, so we're going to make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Zoom in out a little bit. We do have, you know, all this price action. We're not really there yet, though. Then we're going to delete that double top idea because we got the measured move for it. We went over the idea. That's fine. Let's take a look. Yeah, so not too much to cover right here. We're just in this move right here that we covered. We covered it on the 15. All right, so we went over Coinbase, we went over Bybit. We went over Binance. And yeah, we're just kind of consolidating in these levels right now. Again, we want to see a break out of this to be bullish, and we want to see a break below this to confirm going down lower. Like I said, you know, we have this downtrend idea, and until we hit areas like this, which are critical, we're not going to see a reversal out of this downtrend. Like I said, the price action in the longer term is obviously an uptrend on the monthly, the weekly. When you go to the daily, it looks a little bit like consolidation, and then when you go to the 4-hour, is clearly fighting a downtrend that we have to negate this idea of, because the trend is your friend until the end. So, and it is definitely not over. And that's how we're saying that, we can't say that the pump's over right now because it's not, or the dump's not over yet because it's not. Let's see. So, yeah, that's pretty decent. Let's take a quick look at because this is a pretty relatively bare chart from what my subscribers are used to. So let's just quickly look on this chart. So we did get this bearish candlestick close. I told you not good, not entirely bad, because we did get this wick right here, and it's kind of like a hammer. Then the continuation of, that downtrend on the daily. This was not a good candlestick close. We did get a wick right here, but it was substantially bearish, and it looks like it's printing a doji right here. So just nearly a doji candlestick. We're definitely looking an eye on this level. We're definitely looking an eye on this level. These are the last two levels to hold. This would be a low, a higher low, a higher low, and a higher low. So we're still on an uptrend in this daily metric until we break these two. Then we could see something like this could be a small top, and then this could be a second small top for a double top with the measured move bringing us down in to those areas that we were looking at around 40 to 42,000. So the dump's not over. We're looking at it. We're keeping a huge eye on this area right here. So basically breaking down like exactly as somebody like me that's very experienced in the market, what I'm looking at. Like I said, you got to understand the macro charts and whatnot, and like the macro charts are looking good. That being said, let's take a look at the smaller time frame on the daily. You have this run up, obviously you have this drop. Key fundamental like entirety of this uptrend is not entirely broken. You could argue that if this was a double top, and it's a very sloppy double top to say the least, but if it was, the neckline for it would be like right about here. Right, so this is absolutely key critical area from multiple different metrics that we've been over at this point, I think 3 or 4 times now on this stream alone. This is a very important level. If we don't hold this level, if we close below this level, we need to find support and we will be heading down. But what I'm looking at is, you have this pump, you have this dump, and this downtrend cannot be ignored. So we're just looking at these critical areas right now. As far as this doji goes, doesn't mean a whole lot. We are still in this downtrend, so we could doji and then consolidate down a little bit from what it's looking like on the daily. And then the weekly is a little concerning. I said yesterday, I was like, where we're at right now, it's not looking too bad on the weekly. We could wick potentially. We were starting to look like we were recovering, but I said we have to hit this area to have a full-blown recovery, which didn't happen. So we didn't recover. And just we need to, like I said before, I think it's 2 or 3 times at this point. It's only Wednesday right now, so we still have time we still have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we need to be at least above this level right here. We need to be at least above this level right here on the weekly close. If not, we're going to most likely see consolidation. If not, consolidation into a downtrend. If not, a dump, because these are definitely. And again, we have days to do this, so and we'll get answers within hours, on where we're going from that golden pocket area that we've been looking at. So, as far as the monthly, this candlestick is pretty massive. if we got something below 40,000 around the 30s, this would be definitely a morning star pattern and potentially reversing, but we're not close to the monthly close yet, so not something that I'm very concerned about. But this could, if the weekly and the monthly creep up on us, this could be a concern. It's not a concern right now. We have to take it, level by level, and right now it's not a concern. All right, let's see, 4 hour. Okay, so let's take a quick look at total. You guys know why we like total. It's how we call dumps. It's how we call pumps. Like, we have legendary status because we cover everything. We don't just cover Bitcoin's charts. If you just cover Bitcoin's charts, you're losing because you're not getting all the information. If total's doing good, then crypto's doing good. If total's doing bad, then crypto's doing bad. All right. So what I wanted to see to like remain like super bullish, we did get support right here, and then we just lost confidence, I guess, which is crazy. And then as soon as we broke support right here, we got this massive validation for a dump. And it's not looking like I said before, we were reversing out, and then, we kind of lost momentum. And yeah, I mean, there's no other way to say that. And so, yeah, again, this area is going to be critical right here. All eyes on this level right here. What I wanted to see, obviously, was hit the price action hitting this level right here, bouncing off. That would have been incredible. We didn't see that. We want to at least hold this level right here. If we don't hold this level right here, we could definitely be going a lot lower. And that's for total, so that would be for altcoins and Bitcoin. Let's take a quick look at BTC.D. You guys know how we do things on this channel. We go over Bitcoin, then we go over BTC.D. We're straight to the point. We get through it really quick. So if it seems like we're not covering something, it's most likely because we already covered it like 2 or 3 times. So yeah, we're looking at this area again. This is a massive area, and hitting this area again as resistance, as a fractal idea, would definitely be in play if we hit this area. So this is all eyes on this area right here. If we hit this area and get rejected, that's going to be good for altcoins. And then, we could possibly come up and, test this area. So really the key levels that I'm looking at right now on the price are on the percentage for Bitcoin dominance. I'm looking at this key critical area right here, seeing that if the price action comes up, hits this area and breaks through it, then we could potentially and closes a 4 hour above this, we could potentially see something like run up over here, and then that would be good for Bitcoin, not so good for alts. Possibly hitting this purple line like we see multiple times, getting rejected off of it, and then coming down to at least this price action and seeing, or this percentage action, and seeing how that interacts. That's what I'm looking at right now on BTC.D. And we're going to I'll take some questions before I get into the altcoins that we love going over. It's all over. I want my money back, Satoshi. Let's see. That sounds like Carl the Moon's channel. That's like what they say in Carl the Moon's channel. A lot of stuff like that. Let's see. So let's go to ADA. So you guys know I bought some Cardano yesterday, just the cost-based average in. I'm up 6% on it today, and I'm actually pissed. Because we need this thing to drop. And everybody knows what they got, and they're not dropping the price. So we'll see. What I'm really looking for altcoins like this, like I said, this could be the last opportunity to buy Cardano. And then after that, on this channel, we're going to be running a staking node, most likely to accumulate more Cardano without paying absolutely out the, because to me, Cardano is not a quick flip. To me, Cardano is the future of cryptocurrency, and it's one of those coins that you don't want to sell. Unless you have to, like literally, unless you have to, and make sure you're selling it in a bull market. So for me, like I wouldn't consider, I wouldn't reasonably, yeah, I wouldn't consider selling it for at least the next bull run. At least. I don't even know if I would sell it the next bull run. So yeah, I mean, to really accumulate for the long term, I think this is going to be the last real opportunity to accumulate for the long term. And then I think once the bear market starts to ensue, and once there's like massive Bitcoin pumps, I feel like we could hit these levels again, possibly for another accumulation zone. But you guys know that it's all staked on the Cardano network. Like I have mine all staked, and I showed you guys a little bit on how to do that, and I showed you guys the instruction page and walked you through it a little bit. But yeah, staking it throughout this season, not really worrying about it, and then getting those massive rewards, and then waiting till the next bull run. I mean, this is gonna be massive. Prices, the reason I'm actually FOMOing in for the long term, because there's literally nothing saying that the prices will ever come back down to these levels once Bitcoin starts pumping again. Once Bitcoin starts pumping again, Cardano could go up to easily like $10 like at its height, and then it could retrace back down to like 20 cents. And then we got in at 100% better for the long-term hold, and then we've been earning staking rewards that entire time. So like I said, for me, Cardano is not really a quick flip. There's other coins that I would rather get in for a quick flip. This is not one of them. So so my point to that is this: if Bitcoin continues to drop, which we're looking at right now, and we're watching those key critical consolidation zones to see which way the price action breaks out, and that will determine. But if it's confirmed that Bitcoin is done dumping, and like I said, I'll cover that on the channel when it is confirmed. Like if Bitcoin is confirmed dumping, then I will be accumulating Cardano at whatever the price I have to accumulate it at. If it continues to dump, I would love to get some, cheap Cardano. 60 cents, I'm going to be loading up my bags, like loading. Probably taking out loans, probably doing all sorts of stuff. Not financial advice, not recommended for anybody else, but I'm just saying. This could be the last opportunity to get Cardano this cheap, possibly period. And like is it the last time to get Cardano this cheap? It depends on if Bitcoin's gonna dump or if we're gonna get a recovery. And like I said, we're watching that right now. I don't have the answer for it. That's why I just cost-based averaged a little bit. And last night got like this little dump right here. It was okay. I wish I could have got better. And again, this was a scam wick. No, the price never actually came down this low. Nobody was getting Cardano for negative or 15 cents. I wish. So let's go to Link real quick. Is this the wrong exchange? What you usually use Coinbase? We have a little Link graph. Is it on Kraken? Yeah, it's on Kraken. Yes, I mean, we're just kind of consolidating at these levels. Again, this is the critical area that we're looking at. We did break this area. We could potentially come down, find it as support, and that would be support, and then move higher. It doesn't look like that's the case because you do have this wick right here, which did break support. So I'm not really interested in Link right now. Again, we're looking at those key fundamental areas, and price action is this is looking interesting. So let's go over Uniswap. So we had the double bottom, we called the price action perfectly, thing dumps, and it looks like we called another bottom perfectly. We do that a lot on this channel, so just get used to that. Not even capping, like probably like at least we call like the tops and bottoms on like Bitcoin and stuff like at least 3 or 4 times a stream. So I mean, I like that it's finding support right here, and then potentially what we could see is a move higher, although it is fighting this downtrend both on the daily and on the 4 hour right here. in the short term. So I mean, it's really got to make a good reversal. It's really got to make a good wick. I'm not buying right here. I really do like how it found support right here. It's looking strong, but like I said before with the altcoins, it really comes down to total. It really comes down to BTC.D. It really comes down to Bitcoin, and nothing's really showing me right now that we are like reversing out. And it's fighting these downtrends. So it found support. It's looking good. But to look bullish, to look like something that's really going to have potential to go up, we would have to see a wick like this, and then followed by a candlestick like this. And then even with this extremely bullish combo right here, it wasn't able to hold this bullish momentum, most likely because of Bitcoin's dump if you were to look chart for chart. So not something I'm looking at accumulating right now. It is looking really nice though. So you have this resistance area right here, and you have this support area right here. If Bitcoin was consolidating, if altcoins were just like exploding right now, this would definitely be something I would be looking at, but it's just not the case right now. All right. And because you guys know this is the best channel on the internet, we don't just, yeah, we're the only channel that can accurately predict the prices against everybody. Yeah, we're the only channel that tells you our portfolio. Yeah, we're the only channel that's like genuine and not going to show you guys links and stuff. Yeah, like, but there's just so much to this channel. Like, there's just, on top of just the information alone that you can't get anywhere else. Where's our chart? We have a huge dot chart. It's not going to load up. But like, it would take me forever to explain why this channel is just so ridiculously underrated, and like why it's one of the best channels on the internet for sure. Do you guys know where our dot chart is? Because we have been using a chart on dot for a while now, and I'm not seeing it. Is it on Bitfinex? Yeah, I don't know where it is. It should be on Kraken, because, yeah, there we go. Holy scamwick, Kraken. You're crazy. Alright, so, if you're looking to accumulate dot, you could be looking at something like this level right here. It looks like it just overshot this level a little bit, but these, however you want to say it, Fibonacci extensions, these levels, like specifically, kind of hard to see on the daily chart, but these have been very accurate, and I think they will continue to be very accurate. So, if we do get a small bounce, we could be looking for right here. If not, possibly we could be looking for this area right here before bouncing higher. Again, we called this measured move right here. We told you guys it was going to go to 40. It went to 40. When we do continue bullish momentum, our next price target is 51. Yes, there's other areas, there's other targets, but we're looking at the macro charts, and these tend to play out the most reliably and accurately. So that's what we're looking at on dot. Just want to keep it really clean, concise, Let's see, what else are we looking at? Synthetics. I heard BitBoy really talking about synthetics today. I'm like, yeah, we love synthetics over on this channel. So it looks like we're just consolidating in this accumulation zone right here in this golden pocket. We'll see how she does. Again, we got to take everything into consideration. The other thing you have to understand is it is fighting this downtrend, so it's not looking entirely good, but it is needing to break. Yeah, it looks like it did hold its critical support level pretty decently. This would be like a double top right here. It's like you have one top, another top, neckline. And it doesn't look like it played out, so it's holding pretty well. It's holding up pretty nice. Yeah. the main thing I wouldn't want to see is, and this is obviously a key level right here, and then holding this level is critical also. I think that if we set a lower wick right here, then that would cascade into possibly this. And then, I mean, it's a very, very good token, but that would potentially, I mean, it would put it on the charts. I don't think we would ever reach those levels, but yeah, it is fighting this downtrend right now. That's like the main thing I'm looking at. And this is like the accumulation zone, so we'll see how it works with this consolidation zone that it's fighting right now. And it's clearly showing on the daily that it's in a doji. So it's in a consolidation zone, and it's also showing that it's consolidating through the candlesticks patterns that it's printing. All right, let's see. Cardano, Link, Dot. Let's go for Yearn Finance. Yeah, a lot of these charts are really looking the same. Again, this level, like this level right here is definitely critical. This level right here is definitely critical. If it breaks this level right here, then we could be, and Yearn Finance, it has pumpamentals, but the technology is nothing like synthetics. So, whereas I don't think synthetics could ever drop in price, you know, the way that Yearn could. Yearn, you know, the reason it's so high in price is because, you know, there's such a limited supply of it. It has good pumpamentals, but the technology in and of itself on DeFi is just relative. Like, it's a DeFi project. It's not bad. It's okay. You know, it doesn't have a lot of competition, but this double top could play out, and this is key critical level right here. This key critical level. Even if the double top doesn't play out, which who knows, you know what I'm saying? Because if this double top did play out, we'd be going down. So, but regardless, if we do break these levels right here, this is going to be this is going to invalidate this entire uptrend right here, which is going to be huge. So, just absolutely key fundamentals to be looking out for, and it's looking very bearish right now. Candlesticks and, you know, just its downtrend that it's in right now. What else are we looking at? So .io, do I have my cell phone? I have the notes in it. Oh, VeChain. You guys know I go over these ones really quick. I hope you guys like that. I hope you guys like that I basically just tell you exactly what you need to know, like bare minimum on these charts. Okay, yeah, that's looking really good. I like that a lot. This is like a key fundamental. This would have been the area to accumulate right here on this dump, because, you know, you have resistance, flip support. It is still fighting a downtrend. It is in this accumulation zone. A lot of these coins, they trade very similar. A lot of these coins, they look the exact same. If you've been noticing a pattern, all these coins are in their accumulation zone on the golden pocket. All these coins are back testing their previous all-time high, finding it as support, moving a little bit higher, moving into this accumulation zone. All of them are in a downtrend right now. They're all reliant on the macro factors of BTC.D. They're all reliant on the macro factors like total. They're all reliant on the macro factors like Bitcoin. So what I'm saying about most of these coins is what, you know, it's like if you want to diversify and stuff, but a lot of these coins, it's like when Bitcoin used to be highly correlated with the stock market. And so it's like, why even invest in Bitcoin if it's just going to be so highly correlated with the stock market? It's like with some of these altcoins, it's like they move so similarly. You know, it's like, just don't get a junk coin. Make sure you're getting a good coin. Make sure you're getting a diversification portfolio that you're looking for. And make sure you're getting a good price on these coins. Don't entirely fall in love with these bags, because whether you think one project's like so much better than the other, like all these coins that we're looking at right now, they're all moving together. Just keep that in mind. All right, so ADA, Link, Uni, YFDI, we're looking at XLM. Accumulation zone, still same thing. Can't make this stuff up. Looks like it hit that Fibonacci retracement area perfectly. Yeah, it's in its accumulation zone again. It's in this downtrend right here. It's relying on the macro factors like I just said. It's the same with all these coins. Am I accumulating right here? No. Like if you really wanted to diversify, maybe you could possibly get in here if there was a bounce. And I mean, I wouldn't. Not really the time to be accumulating, but yeah. And if you guys see me using like the same indicators and stuff, it's because these are the indicators that we use for the retracements when it's breaking all-time highs. When it's consolidating, we'll use different techniques. We'll use the different charting patterns. ADA, Link, Uni, XLM, Synthetics, VeChain. Did we go over Ethereum? Let's go over Ethereum. And then we'll go over that Ethereum BTC chart. I'm pretty sure we hit it and bounced at our exact target on the ETH to BTC chart. So we'll go over that in a second. ETH is just, this is obviously like the doji. Like this is the ultimate indecision. It just has no idea where it wants to go. It goes up. Oh, nope, we don't want to go up. It goes down. Don't want to go down. We don't even want to go up or down at this point. So I mean that's ultimate indecision phase. This chart's not, and this is called like bottoms and stuff previously, but right now I'm not interested in it. It doesn't look like we're at any key fundamental areas there. So that is our Kraken chart. Let's go to our Coinbase chart. Let me zoom out a second and see exactly what we're looking at on this, what the measurement is. So it looks like we were measuring this as the dump was happening, and we've dumped down more since then. So yeah, the dump is right here. It looks like is the bottom. Yeah, it's finding support on this area right here. I do like that. If you see this area right here, again, you have this resistance and then you have it flip support. If this does hold, that's bullish. We're in this accumulation zone just like everything else. All eyes on these accumulation zones. If they break up, they close a 4-hour candlestick, then we can start entertaining the idea of a possible reversal. But until then we have to assume that it keeps bouncing into this area until it doesn't, and those are like that is the main key critical area that we're looking at. It did break this area, so it's not like we're hitting this as resistance. This is just really, it's not really that it's like resisted, like it's not like that it can't break above this area. It's more so that the price action just prefers to be in this area, if that makes sense, because a lot of times like with coins, like they just can't break above, like there's just not enough buying pressure to break them above certain critical areas. This one clearly shows that there is enough buying pressure to break it above critical areas, but it prefers to be fair valued at this consolidation box right here. And again, all eyes on this to see if we can close a candlestick above this area, start to look for that, start to look for a reversal idea, bullish divergence, things like this. And then this is going to be the key, to breaking this downtrend, to be like, okay, yeah, it's looking good. There's nothing to be concerned about. And right now, like I said, this graph is looking really healthy. It's looking like a really healthy uptrend. What we don't want to do is start breaking, this area right here. If we start hitting areas like right here, we could start to have like a double top idea with the neckline being like right here. So right now it's looking very healthy. Price action comes up here, hits this area, moves down, comes up right here, hits this area, moves down, comes up, hits this area, moves. It's like a perfect uptrend on the more macro zoomed out charts. But again, this is key, critical. We can come down a little bit more. We can come down probably like all the way down here, potentially, and these are going to be critical Fibonacci zones that we're going to be looking at. We could probably come down to right here again, but if it hits this area right here, we could be going down. All eyes on Ethereum. We're looking at those key critical areas. Those are just the ideas based off of TA. So that is Coinbase, Kraken, and then you guys love the Bybit charts. We actually had a perfect measured move. I deleted it earlier, like 2 videos ago, I think, because we hit it. Like, I'll usually hit the measured moves and then delete them, but this is definitely in play right here. This Fibonacci extension area, we'll look at that. I do like how it interacted with this fib, doji, so it hit this area, found support. You got this doji right here, could move higher. Again, all eyes on this level. The reason that this level is thicker than this level right here is because this is all eyes on this level. What we really want to see to get a strong recovery on Ethereum is we want to see it break above this level. What we don't want to see is we don't want to see the price action interact like how it did on Link like a week ago, where it would hit this level, get rejected, hit this level, get rejected, hit this level, get rejected, come down, hit this level. We want to see it at least show the strength to break through this massive what would you call this, trend line, and if it can show the strength to break above this, then best case scenario, it comes down, flips it as support, and that would be absolutely massive for ETH. So again, it's consolidating right now. All eyes on that Fibonacci extension level. All eyes on that, breaking above that, holding above it for a possible reversal idea, so that we can start thinking about a reversal. Right now, we can't really think about a reversal. And then after that, we're looking at this resistance level and saying, okay, are we going to hit this and then move down, or are we going to hit this and move up? So all eyes on this level after that. And then possible support areas off this chart alone, this Fibonacci extension should be pretty accurate. All right. So we got Coinbase, Kraken, Bybit. Let's go to Binance. Oh, we just have a Binance chart on Bitcoin. Bitchermax. I gotta write down all the different damn, we hit that thing perfect. These are old charts too, so it's not like where's the price action? So it doesn't look like any major Fibonacci areas are hitting it. Yeah. So I think we can just wrap back up with Bitcoin or whatever. But yeah, it hit this area perfectly. And we've had these pulled up for a while. That's a Fibonacci. Is that a speed fan? Wow, yeah, it hit the bottom of the speed fan. And I mean, this is absolutely massive right here. These are all extremely important levels. I don't like the spiral though. I'm going to delete the spiral. And we could definitely delete this right here. There we go. And this is nice right here, this Fibonacci extension. It looks like it, oh yeah, the price action did perfectly. Did it perfectly hit this Fibonacci extension? I don't want to lie, but it kind of does look like it did. Maybe it didn't. But yeah, there's a huge, it looks like it just, no, it didn't. These are just so macro charts that it's hard to tell. This is definitely an area we could be looking at for a retracement if the price action is to continue to drop, because like I said, there's nothing saying that we're out of this reversal yet, so we can't even entertain the idea of that yet. But if the price action was to continue to go down, this could definitely be a level that we look at for support. And then 956, I don't think it'll hit 956. Okay, next chart. Next chart. We already looked over like 3 or 4 Ethereum charts, so that's, most people don't even really cover one, if you know what I mean. They don't really tell you what you need to know. All right. Why is there no liquidity on this? This is just absurd. Do I have any more water? Just on the weekly, that's fine. Nice. So yeah, right now we did get a bounce on the 618 extension level perfectly, and price action has been responding very positively to it. So we're gonna pull this out, this bad boy, because it's a little shady. Or it's not shady. It's like not shaded in. It's like a little, yeah, you know what I mean. And that fixed it. So let's break down this chart. You guys know what we're looking at. So a lot of newer guys to the space might be like, why are you looking at Ethereum to Bitcoin? Like, who cares about the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart? Like, you freaking nerd. Like, I hardly even know how to use the Ethereum to USD chart. Why are you looking at the Bitcoin to Ethereum chart? Okay, so like from a very practical, like anybody could understand point of view, basically why you would look at this chart even as a beginner is you want to see what's more of an opportunity, Bitcoin or Ethereum. How is Bitcoin interacting with Ethereum? Is it going down in price? If the Bitcoin to Ethereum comparative is going down, then it makes more sense to buy Bitcoin than it does to buy Ethereum. So this is actually extremely useful technical analysis. And a lot of people were screaming that Ethereum was the move when we were clearly tracking it was in a massive downtrend. And it just started performing good again because we did have this wick. We hit our measured move. We didn't quite come down and hit this measured move. That's still in the cards. So what I'm looking at, because a lot of my audience knows, they love hearing me talk about this. ETH to BTC comparative chart, because we're really one of the only channels on the internet that covers it, and definitely the only channel on the internet that covers it accurate. You think anybody else hit this Fibonacci extension level right here? I'll just save you the hassle. They didn't, and that's just on everything on this channel. And it's not even cocky. It's like I wouldn't have to make this channel. I wouldn't have to spend the time if there were competent people in the space. And the shilling the courses crap, that shit just pisses me off more than anything. So 0.786 level. So what I want to do is I want to at least see the price action come over here. The price action could come over here, consolidate in these levels, potentially hit this level, move down. It looks like it already broke it. So potentially come up, hit this level, and then move down. As soon as it breaks above this level, I think that could be a real momentum swing backing the fundamentals. But until it hits this level right here and closes, we can't even think about a reversal idea. We constantly see it in the price action. The price action come up, hit our targets, retrace back down, and then continue further down. And we are fighting this downtrend. So the real thing that helps with fighting downtrends is and we have this wedge. Let me go on the 4 hours so you guys can get a better understanding of this wedge that we have going on, because it's a little bit hard to see on the daily candlesticks. And then we're just going to turn this down a little bit. So this one right here, just going to turn it down a little bit like that. Perfect. Now you guys can get a better view of this wedge that we're looking at. Nice. So it looks like the price action is kind of interacting with the wedge, waking into it, but it's not definitively like breaking above it, and right now it's currently below it. Let me see if I can draw it a little bit more. Boom. Alright, so yeah, we have this wedge right here. Price action comes up, hits it a little bit, consolidates, and then there's more monumental moves that are pushing the price action down, because this chart isn't absolute king, but obviously we've seen time and time again it is substantial. We do find support right here. We could possibly come down, hit support right here, and then again what I want to see at least is breaking through the wedge. And then this is going to be a massive area. This is going to be a massive area right here, because you constantly see resistance. So we'll see if we can break that, and then we can start to look at an idea like this would kind of be a shoulder, head, shoulder for an inverse head and shoulders idea. Or would that be an inverse head and shoulders? Be like an upside down head, kinda. Yeah, I mean technically, yeah, and it's technical analysis, so yeah. So yeah, this is key. This is key. We'll see what happens, because like right here, there's a lot of key levels. We're not there yet. It's looking good, like a bounce, but we're not there yet. We're not on a bounce. And then as soon as we start breaking these levels, I'm going to be very confident with just price targets like right here, right here, right here, until we do. Let me bring that Fibonacci back in for a second. All right. Let's make it a little bit lighter. You guys know I'm colorblind, and that looks like, I don't even know what color that is. Okay, nice. Yeah, so these are going to be massive. So if we can get this area, and then the last area right here would be like, so like there's a lot of different ways of approaching this strategy. Like one way would be, if we break this Fibonacci area right here, put a very small amount in, put a very small amount in. If we break this level right here, if we break this level right here, put a more sizable amount in. If we close this area, put a more sizable amount in. And then if we were to break this area right here, this would be like ginormous, taking away this whole downtrend idea that we've been looking at for a long time. And the only thing to be looking at would be to zoom out and look at this upper band and see if the price action will get rejected at this upper band, or if it will break higher. And if it breaks higher and you cost-based averaged in and all those points, and you're willing to expose yourself to that small amount of risk, like I said, cost-based average it in slowly and then ramp it up. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a really successful guy in the space. Then, yeah, let's see if we have questions, because I think I covered most of the basic stuff you need to know in cryptocurrency. I think I covered all the basic stuff, and we'll go over it one more time, and then I'll be back on later. You guys know I stream like 3 times a day against everybody. ETH to Cardano, yeah, I can cover it. I sold ETH for Cardano, about half of it. I sold ETH for ADA. I mean, here's the thing, because like there's a lot of reasons. Like it would take me forever to say why this channel's so good, but like one of the things is I cover my own portfolio and really cover that and talk to you guys about that. And the reason I'm trying to accumulate more Cardano is because I already have a massive exposure to ETH. I'm well exposed to ETH, and I'm getting collateral on top. Like, so I'm using my collateral and putting my collateral down to leverage to buy even more ETH right now. So if I'm using my ETH to buy more ETH right now, I'm just looking to accumulate more Cardano for the long term. But so like if you're a little bit newer, I know you've been on the space or on our channel, but like I already do have a massive ETH holding. So it just depends on your exposure, and but for me personally, I'm just looking to accumulate more ETH. I'm not telling anybody to do ETH versus Cardano. Like I'm not telling anybody, because ETH is still, I think, massively undervalued, and we're looking for that bounce. But I will cover the ETH to Cardano chart, because that's obviously, that's massively important. How much do you think ETH will plummet? So this question to answer it 100% accurately with the best knowledge in the entire space. Not that I have the best knowledge, I'm definitely up there, but like as far as the best that anybody in the space could offer the information or whatever, whether you're talking to BitBoy, whoever, they're all going to tell you the same thing. It's reliant on more macro factors. We're looking at total, and BitBoy doesn't even know that. That's why we keep calling the dumps, and he can't call the dumps, and he's losing all this money. And I'm like, BitBoy, come over to our channel. We'll help you out, dude. But like you can't just rely on market cipher. You actually have to know technical analysis if you're gonna freaking trade the market. Like congratulations for making your ETH, but like literally I traded more than you and I haven't lost a single penny to BitBoy at BitBoy. But and he's the biggest guy in the space. But so anyways, sorry, that was a little bit of a tangent. You so maybe against most of the experts in the space, you have to look at total. Maybe I am one of the best in the entire space. You have to look at total. You have to look at total crypto market cap. You can't just look at the ETH market cap. The other thing you have to look at that we can cover really quickly is the DXY. And people are like, why do you cover the DXY? And there's a lot of reasons to cover the DXY. The DXY is absolutely critical. And as an OG, we used to spend a lot of time working on also having to analyze the stock market because Bitcoin used to be highly correlated to the stock market. So it looks like this double top on the currency hasn't topped out yet, but as this tops out and as we hit our measured move, it's going to be really good for Bitcoin. And right now it all depends on BTC at the moment. So there's a lot of factors and it depends on a lot of things, but BTC is just one of those factors. It has to do with BTC, BTC.D, and total to get an idea on top of the macro factors like whale accumulations. There's a lot to it. There's whale accumulations, there's sellers, there's a lot of different factors. It's not just Bitcoin. But yeah, so you answered your own question, I guess, but I was going to go more in depth, but sure, it depends on Bitcoin. Yeah, there's more macro factors at play that we've been covering a lot on the channel. Not trying to be mean, I never am. I'm just literally here to help people out. I'm retiring next year. I could care less about money. I'm just here to help people out. So make sure you ask questions. What are your thoughts on VET? My thoughts on VET, I've covered it a lot. So my thoughts on VET, it's one of the only cryptocurrencies that has a real business model. So they have their business model, obviously, the technology, it uses blockchain. So it uses barcodes. You scan the barcodes. The barcodes validate whether the product is real or not, and then it gives you information on the product. It's very useful in places like China where there's a lot of scamming and stuff. And then the businesses pay in VET tokens to use that technology, and VET token holders use the governance token, stake the governance token to secure the network. So it's a business model with a real business ecosystem. It's favorable, like I've been covering a lot on a lot of these coins. They all have the very similar tokenomics, like the way that they interact. Like as we went over every single altcoin that we were looking at, they were all in accumulation zones. They were all in a downtrend. They were all in a longer term uptrend. Like they all have very similar fundamentals, and they all pump very similarly, and if one pumps one day, another will pump another day. So my thoughts on this has always been, it's not a crap coin. If you can get a good deal on it, get some. If you can get a good deal on it, I think it's another long-term play. Yeah, I would agree with that. What level of Bitcoin dominance is a signal that the market is favoring altcoins? Yeah, let's take a look at that. And again, like it's not like entirely dependent on BTC.D, because like I said, if total crypto market cap, if that does start pumping, then you can have more money flowing into the space, and some money can be flowing into Bitcoin and some money can be flowing into altcoins, and they can both win at the same time. But right now, yeah, total is on the downtrend, so we can look at this and it would be pretty relevant. Yeah, hit that level perfectly. So yeah, like really what I'm looking at right now is it looks like it has broken this area as possible support, which is good for altcoins. And it looks like we are moving down past this critical line right here. Again, if we broke through it, we could potentially see something like this before hitting another resistance line. If it does break this key Fibonacci golden pocket area right here, we could see a relatively massive dump. So really key, it lines up perfectly with this level right here. So you would have a top right here, and I'm going to draw it out with a paintbrush. All right, so you have this area right here, which is the top right here, and then if you go to right here, there's another top right here. So this is a double top right here. The neckline for that double top is going to be right here, and it actually, I'm going to draw it, but it actually lines up perfectly with the, let me show you. So this would be the neckline for the double top, and it lines up perfectly with this price action for this golden pocket area. So if we were to hit this area and either be followed by volume or have a 4-hour candlestick close below this level and this double top was to play out, that would be absolutely massive for altcoins, and that's the exact level I'd be looking for. If it breaks this level, we could see a pump spike like we've seen historically all the way up to something like this before potentially getting rejected. All right. Is there any more questions? And then I'm going to cover Bitcoin one more time, and then I'm going to go. Yeah, so just ask me questions. Like I said, I'm really here for you guys. I spent like an hour just straight giving information on why, like, because my friend was talking to me. We were going to get food before I started streaming, and I'm like, I was like, there's so many reasons why we're the best crypto channel. I literally spent an hour just saying fact after fact after fact. I'm like, I just freaking hate all these guys that hop on to YouTube and they think they know everything and they don't know crap. And they just shill crap and they get you with these clickbait titles and it's like, oh, this is Bitcoin dump or whatever, and so it looks like it's consolidating right now on a perfect doji. And again, this is the key critical area that we're looking at. This is really make or break for it if we get a close on the 4-hour. Yeah, so if we do hold this level right here, this is like the bare minimum. If we do hold this level right here and we get the 4-hour candlestick close on this level right here, on the more macro time frames, this is going to be bullish, and we can start to look out of that accumulation zone. But you always get like, even like with Crypto Love or with BitBoy, or they all use clickbait titles. And you just walk away from their videos dissatisfied. You just walk away from their videos like, did I seriously just watch that? Like, there was like 10 minutes worth of good information in this. And I feel like in this video, I've given you guys like at least 45 minutes of video content that's next to nobody, that you can't find anywhere else on the internet. So, yeah, and that's not even to begin. You know, nobody's going to share with you their portfolio and tell you the best coins, and let alone predict the price action accurately. Like, we do everything and then we're genuine on top of it. Ridiculous. And like I said, it's the paradox. I came in here making an extreme amount of money, already knowing what I was doing and looking to help people. So it was a paradigm shift. Whereas most people join YouTube looking to make money. But yeah, that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Let's go to the daily chart for one more second. But yeah, honestly, I reached out to BitBoy the other day and I was like, you're literally like, your subscribers are losing so much money listening to you. You need to like do the right thing and give me some of your subscribers so that I can save them, you know, because BitBoy has plenty of money. A lot of us OGs in the game, we have plenty of money. We have cryptocurrency money, which is like massive. Like, some of us are filthy, plenty set. So he has plenty of money. He doesn't need, you know, I think he really is trying to help people. He just doesn't know technical analysis and doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm like, just hand over some of your subs. Do them a favor. Like, we're both trying to help people, but you don't know how to. So send them my way so I could help them out. He didn't respond. but like there's nothing we can do. The markets are just a bloodbath. And you see people longing, get wrecked. You see people longing, get wrecked. You see people longing, get wrecked. There's nothing we can do about it. So yeah, it's just in this consolidation area right here. And then this is obviously a substantial area right here. You get resistance, 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 resistance. And it looks like it's fighting this upper band of resistance right here. It'll be interesting to see if we can break this, because this is a substantial area right here. And then again, like we do want to break this area, but we just want to hold above this Fibonacci area right here to start looking for a reversal idea. So oh yeah, that's the whole markets. That's everything you need to know. Got you updated. Oh yeah, you guys wanted to see ETH versus Cardano. Let me pull that up really quick. So this is going to be a naked chart. All right, so we are in an uptrend favoring Cardano, baby. And I just loved like when all the channels were like, oh, Cardano's like this or that, and we were like going against everybody. It's one thing to be right. It's another thing to be right against the entire space. And the fact that we've done that like so many times is just, that's what really makes me happy. I couldn't care less if I made another 10,000 today. I literally would, like, people that know me know that 10,000 isn't anything. So like I could really care less. If I call a price action against the entire space, that will make my day. That will make me so ridiculously happy. Is if I because like it's just like, screw these guys, like seriously, like they're so arrogant thinking that they can teach people and they don't know anything. So yeah, that just, like I said, it was never about the money. It was never about, it was literally my blood was boiling. Literally, you can ask people that know me. I was pissed. I was like, what is wrong with these people? Let's see. So let's use that Fibonacci right here. And then it looks like it broke above. Did it test this area as support? That would be huge. So again, going off of like fundamentals of what we're looking at right now. This isn't like, not everybody's looking at this chart, so the relevance on it is only so significant. So like when you're looking at like things like Fibonacci retracement, everybody in the space uses Fibonacci retracement, so it's extremely relevant. Everybody uses the ADA to USD comparative charts. Not as many people are looking at this, so the relevancy of it isn't as substantial. All right, so we got that, and it looks like we got that. We didn't get a clear bounce right here, but we did technically. I mean, we never really found it as support. I want to see, because we're clearly in an uptrend and we've clearly broken out of this key area right here. I'm going to label it on this right here. This is definitely a key metric right here. Yeah, so I mean, as long as we stay above this line right here, we're looking good. If we bounce above it, that's extremely bullish. And we are in that uptrend, so that's really the line we're looking at. And right now we're looking really good. We're constantly closing daily candlesticks above that line. Let's see, let's go to the weekly. Come on, Kraken. There's not a lot that we can do on these charts. I would pull up a Fibonacci circle. I would pull up like a speed fan. I would pull up stuff like that. But again, it's not going to be as relevant because people aren't going to be using those things. Like that's a very exclusive tool on a very exclusive chart. Not very many people are going to see that. The price action isn't really going to interact very favorable with that. It looks like it's out of all its downtrends. It's not like, you know, we use that trend-based Fibonacci tool. We can't use that. The correct tool to use was what we used, which was the Fibonacci retracement, and we used it on the exact level that we were looking for. And then we have the extension, which is, again, that's substantial because, like I said, technical analysis, the only other thing I could do on this chart is, because I don't want to just feed you guys a bunch of crap. I could feed you guys a bunch of crap and just draw a bunch of random crap, but that's not helping anybody. So yeah, this is definitely swing high right here, and then this is that right here. This is the nice swing low before this eventual bounce. On the more macro time frames, you could get this one right here, but this is on the weekly, so definitely this is going to be, and it's going to be like right there. Yeah, so these are the key fundamental areas we're looking at. Again, what I would like to see to remain healthy, but it doesn't have to, especially because, like I said, not a lot of people are looking at this graph, because I'm not just going to teach you technical analysis. Everybody knows technical analysis. Nobody cares. That's not the reason that this is one of the best channels on the entire internet. It's the fact that I teach you the fundamentals behind why the technical analysis is valid on top of the other, literally 30 other reasons. This chart, what I would like to see is I would like to see the price action come down, hit this level, and then move higher. That's what I would like to see. But because a lot of people aren't looking at this chart, it doesn't necessarily have to tap this level and get higher. This can keep going up, and RSI doesn't matter as much. Why does RSI not matter as much on this chart? Because not as many people are looking at it. So, you would say that maybe this is overextended, and we could pull some moving averages up, but that would just be for a retracement, and we would have to go to the 4-hour, and I don't think that, I think this is really the best I can do, believe it or not, just because, again, there's only so much TA you can do on something like this. Okay, so you do have this moving average right here. So what we could definitely do is come down, tap this moving average right here, and again, this is a moving average, so it's the average of the last 20 days for the 4-hour candles. So as the price action is trending up, then it is also going to trend up. And then this looks pretty substantial. So I would like to see these zones right here get hit possibly before moving higher. That would give me confidence. But again, we have to compare this chart to the more predominant chart, the ETH to BTC comparative. So if the ETH to BTC comparative explodes, this could destroy this chart right here, because ADA is a little bit overextended, possibly. I see those arguments, and from a technical fundamentals standpoint, they have a little bit of relevancy. At the same time, when you look at the fundamentals, not the fundamentals of the actual coin itself, which I obviously agree on, but the fundamentals behind how much is staked on the network. There's a lot of low liquidity, and you get that supply shock like Bitcoin. Do you have any suggestions on good resources for looking TA? Yeah, so I can just tell you right now how to draw trend lines, because this is the best channel on the internet. You just look for 3 touch points on a graph, and you want to make sure they're substantial. So let's go over to Bitcoin really quick and give a live example so that everybody can benefit from it. So, we already have all the major trend lines. Let's go down to 15-minute. So right here, obviously, what I notice is you have this double top formation. You have another, this could be a top, this could be a top, and then another. You want to look for, and if you read a textbook on technical analysis is what I would recommend. You see right here, you have a low, a higher low, and a higher low. So this is an uptrend on the downwards movement. On the upwards movement, you have a high, you have maybe a lower high, maybe a lower high. It's really hard to see, but this is definitely a lower high. So if you have a low and then a higher low, and you have a high and a lower high, then that's a textbook for a consolidation pattern. So if you have those fundamental key components, then you can look for, and I'll show you guys how I'm doing this. So this point right here would be called an anchor point. This is a relatively significant point. And then what you would do is you would measure it with relatively significant touch points. So right here you have your first wick, right here you have your second wick, and right here you have your third wick. Now what I see a lot of people in the space that have no clue what they're doing, what they will do is they will just draw random trend lines. It has to have at least 3 touch points. And again, this is where people on the internet will literally charge a lot of money for courses on what exactly I'm teaching you right now for free. There's a lot of ways to look at this, but like I said, like as an expert, you're gonna just you can't just like draw trend lines where you want to draw trend lines. I'm gonna use this tool and I'm gonna go back into the market. You can't just draw trend lines where you want to draw trend lines. You have to zoom out and say, what does this really look like to me? And right here in the immediate short term, it looks like, you know, there's not really any sizable trend lines that are going to be touching right here. You could potentially draw and then I'll color code it so you don't get confused. But right now I just drew a perfect descending triangle with technical analysis. And I taught you guys how to do it for free. I didn't even charge you a goddamn penny. And like I said, like there's literally like most channels on the entire internet will charge you to learn this. Like most channels, like most of them will charge you for something. Okay, so this is 1 touch point, this is 2 touch points, and then this is 3. So let me show you a little bit more. So you have 1 touch point right here. You have another touch point right here. Then where's the third one? We had a third one. Maybe I thought this was the third one. I don't know. But you get 3 touch points. You line it up. So you see that there's this pattern right here. You see that there's this pattern right here. And you could do. So that's the candle wicks. You could do this one right here. And then you could do this one right here, and I'll show you in a second, but this would be more of like the same thing, just a little bit wider. So so I showed you 3 different ways to do this with technical analysis, but which way is the best way? Which way is the accurate way? Which way is the way that everybody else is going to use it in TA? And that's what I said. That's the real expertise. Like TA, anybody can teach you TA, and like they're going to charge you for it. Trust me, I'm going to be the only one that's going to show you how to do it for free. And that's literally go on any other channel, literally. You clearly see that this is how the price action is interacting. And yes, while this is accurate and you would use this line for if the price action was to go below this line, this is a key critical area. So we could put the relevancy at number 3 for this one, but this is clearly where the consolidation of the price action is in this move right here. And we clearly use TA to draw this consolidation pattern. So so anybody can teach you that you draw based off of wicks or candle bodies, and you can't mix them. It has to be either wicks or it has to be either candle bodies, depending. But then it's like, what do I use? Do I use candle bodies? Do I use wicks? And that comes with experience. That comes with like understanding like the technician side of it. Like, and it looks like we just found resistance at this area right here, just a small amount, could move higher for sure. But, and then obviously moving averages are a whole different discussion, but the real like money, the real expertise, the real skill comes in at determining, is this because the technical analysis that says, oh, this could be a descending triangle, oh, this could be a falling wedge, oh, this could be, and really looking at the fundamentals for it, looking at the pattern and saying, no, well, definitely the price action is definitely consolidating in this level right here, and this is clearly a breakout. That's where, that's where the expertise comes in. And like, but yeah, I mean, we give you all the ideas for free on this channel, and we have the best TA in the space. Anyways, This is only on the 15-minute. You want to draw at least on the 4-hour is what I would recommend. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let's see what else. And then I'm going to go, what level of Bitcoin dominance? Do you have any suggestions? So as far as resources go, besides myself, because I'm literally going to be the best resource in my opinion, and I do really mean that because I will show you live how to do it. And so you're getting the value of understanding the price action, and you're also getting to learn how to do TA. And I'm not just going to do it. I actually show you guys the levels. I actually show you guys exactly what I'm doing, how I draw it, all that stuff. So you're getting both. The other thing I would recommend is there's books. I've recommended a lot of books on the channel. There's like advanced candlestick patterns. There's like the Fibonacci book. I forget what the Fibonacci book is called, but it's an entire book on Fibonacci. There's classical trading patterns. But what you want to do if you really, really want to get good at technical analysis is you want to get, and there's free PDFs for a lot of these books. And once I release my, what is it called? Telegram group. Telegram group's going to be free. So obviously, like you know the style on this channel. Once I release my Telegram group, I'm going to be giving away all those free resources. So we're definitely going to start that, but that's like a work in progress. And like it's literally free. It's like I'm literally just doing this to help people out. But yeah, so we'll go over like when I'm not on, like when I'm in my bed and stuff, and like I'm not able to cover, you know, my 3 videos a day. I'll send you guys messages like, oh, the price action's doing this. Oh, stay out of trades right now. Oh, this. So, and we'll have an entire community. But as far as like right now, definitely like look at books, like definitely specialize in books like Fibonacci's, moving averages, candlesticks, charting patterns, advanced charting patterns like butterflies, bat patterns. Those are gonna be the books to really get you going. If you want to just dabble, you know, I don't recommend Technical Analysis for Dummies. I hate that book. But there's a few books that you can read that you can pick up anywhere, and the trading is very similar to how you trade in the stock market, and it's relatively similar to how you trade in Forex. So learning Forex books, learning stock market books, they're not going to be like against you. Those code channels are crazy like that. Technical analysis, I saw some. Do you think the price action of Bitcoin will be in around May? Where do you think the price action will be in around May? Let me see. I don't even know what the months are. It's February. May. All right. So like I'm like in the boat. Like I've been saying for the longest time on this channel against every single YouTube channel. I've been saying at least the end of the year 100,000. By May we could see like it really depends on this dump right here and the candlestick closes. I'm not even trying to be any type of way. It literally depends. Like if we get a weekly candlestick close that's like a bearish engulfing like what we have right now, but again the weekly close isn't for a few more days. But if we did get that bearish engulfing, then we could see a multi-week correction before continuing to move higher. So that would obviously cut into a lot of the time. And it would extend the bull run, possibly, if not make it more parabolic at the end. But those are really the only two ideas. Because like as the price consolidates, it justifies the price and it makes the bull run last even longer, which is why I told you guys Bill Gates was fudding the price on purpose. Why Elon Musk, who bought $1.5 billion, he was fudding the price on purpose. No other channel is really either allowed to talk about it or they're not competent enough to talk about it. So it definitely worked, and the bull run is definitely slowing down. But for the long term, that's good. In May, if we have a multi-week correction, we'll definitely be back at all-time highs. What's all-time highs? Like 58. So like at least, and then you'd probably get a measured move after a month. So like yeah, at least probably like 65 probably 65K is, but like you don't take that information and run with it because in technical analysis we have to go level by level and the charts change every single day. That's why I live stream every single day and constantly update you guys on what's going on in the price because you have to. You can't just figure out the price action and whatever, however many days from now. But yeah, my price action prediction based off of what I'm thinking about in my head as far as understanding the price would be maybe like 65,000. 70,000 wouldn't be out of the question. Definitely above 60. So yeah, like 60 to 70. But that should be, I got you everything you guys needed to know. I covered everything and I covered the most important stuff multiple times. So you're all good. And then I gave you guys a little consolidation, tell you guys a little bit about, the consolidation, how that works with the patterns. And like I said, with consolidations, anybody can draw a consolidation pattern. You really need to look at the graph and say, what is this? You don't want to just force your technical analysis to work, because if you force your technical analysis to work, then you're just cheating yourself. You really need to look at the patterns, look at it. Like you can see me, like I'm videotaping me live looking at the technical analysis. You can literally see me looking at the graphs and saying, yeah, that looks like a double top, and it's a double top, but you don't want to force anything. You don't want to make it, you don't want to force a symmetrical triangle. You don't want to try and force a symmetrical triangle. You don't want to force a symmetrical, or you don't want to force like a wedge, a rising channel. You want to really look at the price action and say, what consolidation pattern, if any, does this does this look like the most to me? Like as far as like what is it? And yeah, so hopefully that helps you. I don't think any channel is really going to go over that, but that's absolutely critical. That's like the secret to real estate. You want to know the secret to real estate? It's get a good price on the property. That's like one of the biggest secrets to real estate, and it's not even. It's a really simple process, but that's one of the biggest things in real estate. If you get a good price on the property, you're good. All right. So, anyways, yeah, that's technical analysis secrets from the most underrated channel on the internet. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. The crash is not over. It's not over. We're looking at it. It's consolidating right now. All the altcoins are consolidating right now. All eyes on that consolidation golden pocket area that we're looking at. I'm maybe on later. I'll probably be on 3 times today. If you don't have notifications on, turn on notifications, because when you have notifications on, then you know exactly when I'm streaming live. So it'll notify you on your phone, and I'll probably be on in another 3 or 4 hours.